Hey, everybody, this is Dr. Shaker Mullen, Spike streaming live from Long Island, New York, coming to you live on a Saturday.
It's Saturday.
Last I looked, the markets are not open on Saturday. Why are we here?
Really?
Depends which market you're looking at. Crypto is open.
Why can't? But we can trade Bitcoin 24/7. So
There you go.
Oh, okay.
always a market somewhere, right?
5 o'clock somewhere.
5 o'clock somewhere. All right. So where do we start today? Talking about Bitcoin, our favorite conversation.
Let's talk about the SPY because I think it hits a new all-time high, right? Didn't it?
We did. It made a new all-time high. Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that Professor Omar had a theory about that.
Yes, I called him. I spoke to him today, and he's still long. He's looking for more. He's still long, SPY.
He's still long.
He didn't go short yet.
Really?
He will go short, but he decided to be greedy. Long.
I thought the higher it goes up, the more risk that it's gonna
Yeah, but he's
correct.
He's willing to take the risk.
I guess that's what he's calling for.
Yeah. He's looking for new all-time highs before he considers going short. I don't know what his number is, but I was wrong to assume he was already short. Yeah, Andrew found us on a Saturday evening.
It's a relaxed day.
All right, so I'm gonna get right to the charts. Bitcoin is fascinating, of course. Remember, I said a while ago I expected it to hover around 100,000, and then so far it's been doing just that. It's been hovering, not breaking out either way. And I expect that could go on a while longer. But I'm totally bullish Bitcoin, but just, at any time, I know it could correct at any time. I know that. I'm well aware of the Bitcoin risk. All right, so this one is a chart I want to talk about later. First, we'll start with Kamal's SPY, the macro.
Yeah, I mean, look, the past couple of weeks, it's been just shooting up.
Yep, it's made up for that. When it took 3 weeks to go down, it went up in a week and a half. Got it all back. So we're melting up. At this point, call it a melt up.
So
I want to see.
What do you think short term? Is this going to keep going up?
I want to see a green candle on Monday, and then I think you can get another 15, 20 points before another correction. Yeah.
You remember you were calling 610 at some point?
And it hit 610 during the week.
Right.
I think it broke 610 on Friday, right? Yeah, there it is.
So what's the verdict of 610?
Well, I think we've had our correction, and now we're going to go further up. My feeling is 630 before we might get another correction. But it's stair stepping up, doesn't go straight up like any other chart. Stair stepping up. But it seems to be going up quicker than it's going down in terms of time duration. The upward moves have been sharp, so I expect more of the same. Overall bias is up, long. If I had to pick a number where it might stop, I'd say up near 700.
So I see you're doing
the overall channel is pushing us that high.
Well, I think if for the year, sometime during the year, it'll hit that 700. I think.
Now, do you think we're going to get a world of hurt before that, or?
Yeah, well, look, if you look at the chart, it always pulls back 5% or so.
It's in a particularly volatile channel right now.
We keep getting these 5%, 3 to 5% little corrections, and goes right back up.
Right.
It's definitely a buy the dip market. You couldn't go wrong if you bought the dip on the SPY. And that's we're talking since October 22nd.
Right.
October 22, rather. buy the dip market over the last few years. Let's look.
So what's the significance that you put the fib on the past month?
Because that's where the correction ended.
I see.
Look at the flat corrective pattern. You could see it very nicely from this.
Mhm.
So it was a V type correction. You know, as soon as it bottomed, it went up in a V, shot right up.
But if that left a trail of gaps.
It did. So if you want to come in, maybe you come in at a Kamal gap fill right here.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. There's like what, 1, 2, 3,
There are,
4.
but it doesn't have to retrace all of them.
Yeah.
As you noted, not every gap is filled, at least not immediately. So it could fill this gap right here at 603 and then continue on up.
Mhm.
So looking for an entry point, maybe that 603 level. And it also seems to be a lot of touches right there. Couple of key touches. There was a low back here, same level, back here on 12.7. So that looks interesting. I think SPY is bullish at least to 630 before another little pullback. Buy the dip on SPY. That's my feeling. Bitcoin, I think, is still hovering. Look at Bitcoin. It's in the channel. Up and down the channel, and I think it's going to hover around that 100,000 level, north and south of it for the next few weeks. But it'll have another run. I feel confident it'll have another run to at least to 130. At least to 130. So it's funny, 130,000 Bitcoin, 6,300 SPX. I think I like the threes before another pullback. So I see Bitcoin going up another 25,000 before a pullback. All right. What's my next one?
Oh, we were gonna do Wolf.
All right, Wolf. And we should look at MicroStrategy.
Yes.
You always look at MicroStrategy, right? You sold your Wolf, Kamal?
I did. Could you do the 50 moving average, the 50, 100, and 200?
Sure.
Because there is significance here I want to point out.
Yeah, all right. Should I make it red? I usually make it green at 50.
Up to you.
I'll make it purple.
I keep it red because that's the default, but anyway.
I'll keep it purple. I'll make it purple.
Okay, so that's it. So on Friday, it went all the way almost to $7. Almost, it was 698, I believe.
Yeah.
I sold it near at 690. Okay,
Yeah.
because that was like above the 50 because I knew it's gonna go down.
Right. Well,
And
it's never respected the 50 before, though. It just
Right.
seems violated, no problem.
Yeah, on either side.
Right.
And we had a sustained downtrend, and we had a nice swift move back up from $5 all the way up to $7 quickly, just like the S&P made a quick move. This made a quick move. Wolf is more than just a miner, you know. They're also in the energy business. So you're getting two companies for one, so to speak. So I like that when you have multiple revenue sources. And like the other miners, they're hoarding. They're not selling their Bitcoin because it's worth more later than it is now. So They're hoarding. They're doing a Michael Saylor. Hoard your Bitcoin. I like the chart. I like the chart in that if on a pullback, it's probably a good stock to get into.
Right. You see that little channel the past like month or so? I bought it and sold it multiple times.
I see it. I see it. Of course, it's very obvious channel. There you go.
Yeah.
So you bailed right in the middle of it, though. Interestingly,
690. I bailed out.
You might want to think.
I bought it and sold it like at least Wolf. I bought it sold at least a dozen times.
This looks like a very key level, just above the final two gaps. What is that? 558. If it pulls back to that level, I think it's.
If it pulls back to less than $6, I'll jump in like 580, whatever. I'll buy it.
I think that makes sense. Come on.
sure, why not?
Take a look at Wolf. Not Wolf, MicroStrategy.
Yeah, MicroStrategy disappointed me Friday.
Yeah, Bitcoin was up and it wasn't, right?
Right.
But it has the same channel as Wolf, if you notice. Very similar. I think the length of time about the same. It's, follows Bitcoin. Actually, you're getting leverage on Bitcoin. So it's a leveraged built Bitcoin play about 2 to 1, as much as 3 to 1, maybe 2.5 to 1. So it's a great way of getting leverage on your Bitcoin if you want that.
Right. If you click on the 3 months, just a little bit, 3 months. Do you see it riding the 50? Like like multiple candles were riding on the 50.
Yes, quite a few. The 50 is significant, but yesterday it didn't hold.
Yep. Yesterday was very disappointing, and
Maybe you can pick
it was like the last half an hour. They all tanked.
I'm thinking I might be able to pick it up as low as 309. This one is a big swinger,
Yeah.
So I'm looking at 309 right in there. I'll draw it in.
Well, like where it is now? Oh, down here. Okay.
All the way down here, yeah. I'm looking at 309 as a possible buy.
So you don't think it's going to respect the channel anymore?
It didn't. It didn't. It went right through the 50.
I'm not talking about the 50. I'm talking about the channel itself.
Oh, the channel itself, it could respect that. 342 is possible. But if it doesn't, I'm looking at this number.
Yeah, I'm expecting a red day on, especially on crypto on Monday.
Uh-huh. I think we're in a bull market, so I wouldn't bet either way. I don't like betting against crypto, but
No, I'm not against it. I'm just looking to figure out, like, I'm bottom fishing, if you will. Like,
Yeah.
what bottom to go in.
I agree. You could do better than where it is now in MicroStrategy. It appears that way because it showed weakness Friday. IBIT was up a lot more than this one, right? During the day,
Yeah,
Friday.
I'm kicking myself that I sold IBIT in the mid 30s,
Uh-huh.
and I had tons of it back then.
I bought some of this way back when, and I'm holding. I didn't add to it. I should have. I should have added to it, as it pulled back. I got in very low, though. I forget what I got in at.
You've been for a while.
Yeah, something like that. I bought a couple of times, a few times. And now I'm thinking it's going to break out. It looks very bullish to me. What do you think, Kamal? Took out this high right here from all the way back from the early part of October. This high was a significant high at 24.56. It traded higher, so I like it. traded a little bit higher yesterday.
The Mogo for you.
Yeah, I think we're going to make new highs, all-time highs. I mean, this one has a lot of promise. This is the one whose drug was better than Keytruda.
Why we had a red candle?
I think you were looking at IBIT. I'm sorry. What are you looking at?
I'm looking at Summit.
Summit.
Oh, Summit. I thought we were talking about IBIT. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm concerned about that gap.
Yeah, this might be a good place to come in at 22.
Yeah, I think so.
I might add more on a pullback because I didn't really buy enough. I bought, I sold, I don't have enough. I should have just, when you have a winner, you got to ride it. I didn't ride it enough. So I think it's got more to go. Very good drug, potentially, for cancer drug. Better results in the lung. I think it was a lung cancer trial. Better results in Keytruda. That's the the best we got is
The
Keytruda.
standard of care.
Standard of care. Non-small cell lung cancer, whatever they call it. I think that's what they call it. All right, what's the next one? Serv. I bought this the other day.
Oh yeah, I came in and out of this one. I should get back.
Well, I'm thinking it's good. I'm thinking, it's got an interesting business plan. The business plan is to make little R2D2s that do deliveries for
Take over the world.
Yeah, they drive the car and then they do deliveries for
Right.
Uber Eats, and also I think for Walmart. But they're testing them.
Right.
So R2D2 can ring your bell and give you your food. Not bad. I like it. I love it. And they're already doing it in some cities that have full self-driving.
Right.
It's rather amazing how we progressed with the robots, and I think this is only the beginning with the robot.
I was looking for. I didn't really find anything yet, but I'm keeping my eye out for something more robots in industry. I know they've been there, but
I spoke to Jake the other day, and he likes the iRobot. I don't know that one.
the iRobot.
Yeah, you know it?
No.
I don't know the symbol either. IRBT apparently is a symbol. This is the one with I think the robot that sweeps your house. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah,
Have you seen those robots that cut your lawn?
They see this bottoming pattern. This is a Professor Spike bottoming pattern. If ever I've seen it.
It's a bit sustained though. It doesn't look like it's
those U-shaped recoveries.
Yeah, no, I'm looking for something rounder than that.
Well, this one looks like it's not going to just stay there forever.
Right.
May go down.
It might.
Game more.
But at least you'll have resolution. It goes down, to sell.
Right.
I like stocks like this. All right, but I'm not saying I'm going to buy it. I'm not saying that at all. By the way, our opinions strictly are not investment advice, right? People should use their own brains to figure it out.
Do the opposite of what I do.
Opposite, same, it doesn't matter, but figure it out on your own. And what was the other one?
So iRobot, the market cap is 250 million. That's very
really, that's
little.
pretty small.
Yeah, I guess it's good only if you want to clean your house, right?
Yes.
Didn't Honda have like a really advanced robot that was shaped like a dog?
Who? What company?
Honda.
Yeah, they all seem to have these robots now.
I'm wondering if anything is going to come of that.
Yeah. Oh, I like serv. I think they might turn profitable sooner than people think. Maybe. It's also partially owned by NVIDIA. So I like that too. What about RXRX, another one that's owned by NVIDIA? partially only, a small investment. I don't know exactly what percent, but RXRX is the AI for biotech world. It's come off the lows, but it hasn't really gone anywhere. Maybe it looks interesting enough to own a little, put it away and forget about it.
Could you check the last 3 months again? Sorry. Do you see a downward trend right there?
Uh,
Do you see the
3
downward?
three
Yeah,
months too.
yeah. Do you see those red candles on top? It's always
Yeah, I
down.
see a series of downward candles, but now it's stabilized. And now it's actually moving back to higher lows, right? You can build the case for it that it's making higher lows. I don't know
You
if you
still
want
have it?
look at it, look at what it's doing recently. It's
Yeah. Only higher lows.
I gotta tighten it up more.
Click on 6 months.
There you have it. It looks upward to me now. Definite upward trend. I mean, not sensational. It made a new low and a reverse. So I think it might be. You got three higher lows in a row. Looks okay to me to be in it, at least to hold it, buy it and hold it. I might do that. I don't own it at this point. I did own it once, and there's another one, much more expensive one that's doing the same thing. Something AI, Tempest AI, TEM. It's another one. RXRX is owned by NVIDIA as well, not this one. This one, much more expensive stock. Also, with a nice recovery going on now, right? It looks like it could move up. So I thought I'd mention this one as well. Anything you want me to look at?
Did
Yes.
you mention that you guys were looking at MVRT or something like that?
MVST.
Oh, MVST.
VST is a battery play.
And Scott would like to see LUNR.
Well, weren't you in one of them, Spike?
The batteries, yeah. I was in American Battery,
This
and
one,
I got American battered.
this one is another battery play.
It was more about lithium than it was about the batteries themselves.
Yeah, we figured that this has a bull flag, and it kind of broke out.
This one looks good. Wasn't it Arjan that bought on the air? I think he said he was buying right after the show.
He said he was to get it.
I also bought this a little bit after the show. And so did you, right, Kamal?
I have some, yes.
Boy, big party.
I'm thinking of adding.
I added some at $2.05.
I'm thinking
But
of
then
it.
after hours, it gave up everything, but I'm not sure if that's really true.
No, I think they announced a shelf at 205 or something like that. So it's $1.90. It's a good time to get in. You know, once they start selling shares, it goes down always. But hopefully, it'll be a buying opportunity. I think it will.
Can you check LUNR?
What's the symbol?
LUNR.
Luna. They're going to Mars, Luna, or what? It looks like they're going to Mars. It's at least to the moon.
Well, it was a huge rejection.
today on Friday. Yeah, but it also traded at either an all-time high or a multi-year high, whatever it is. Let's see. It looks like since the IPO, it's not been higher. So it's even though it's a rejection, it's worth looking at least to put it on your watch list. Anything else?
None for me, thanks.
TLT maybe, or
TLT actually should be doing okay.
it came back a little. Interest rates started to come down a little bit. It's still, the low is right down here. It's not far from the low, but I think we're going to start moving the other way on interest rates down. So I'm bullish TLT. I've been bullish. I'm not changing my mind. Not now. I mean, there are other things here I'd rather be buying right now, but I think in the long run this will be good. It's not my pick of the week, pick of the day, or whatever, but it looks good. What did Scott have to say? He wanted Luna. Okay.
Right.
Yep.
All right. So we had an interesting Saturday. I'm glad we came. Got together. And your knee is doing a little better, Professor Spike?
Little by little, as we say.
Good. And Kamal,
Baby steps, because that's all I could take right now.
you had a good trading week. Looking for another good one next week.
Yes.
And what do you think is what's your final thought for the week, Kamal?
I'm gonna get back into Wolf if it goes below 6 or near 6.
Spike,
I find it very predictable.
Well, I'm finding comfort in that there's enough upside potential to give me time to unwind.
All right, I'm looking to buy the dip if there is one on this is a further dip on MicroStrategy. I'm going to be nibbling MicroStrategy. That's it for today. Nice show. See you guys on Tuesday. Anthony is coming on Tuesday also.
Oh, wonderful.
Gene Investing, where he's going to talk CRISPR.
Yeah, that's good.
Save up all your CRISPR questions. Either CRISPR, the stock, or Beam, or Intellia, or Edit, any of them. Adios, amigos, and ciao.
Bye.
Take care. Have a nice weekend.
You too.